Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Grandpa, you can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most. After all that graceful repelling, I was certainly not headed back that way. As I was saying, I followed the road to the east and headed to the night tournament. East. Suddenly, a gust of wind pushed me down the road, and I headed east. I could have sworn the Parade of Hopeful Knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with Triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest. I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for. Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything. There was no reason to chop down a perfectly good tree. There was no reason to chop down a perfectly good tree. There was no reason to chop down a perfectly good tree. seem freshly broken.
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forge the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey, I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait, you're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Find me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick. You still haven't found that replacement wheel? Hey, I'm not the one that's late for that tournament, you know. The faster you find me something big and round, the faster I can get back to my deliveries. Find me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
Unicorns? Isn't that a bit of string right there?
I said back away. Seriously, my boy, they aren't going to pull this chariot without a wheel. I know. They're the most majestic creatures in the world. Mr. Fancy Cakes, I saw that look in your eye. Don't you dare touch my unicorns. They're for looking only. No, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you cannot eat his cake. I know. I wish we weren't returning here at this time of year, too. They haven't figured out eye transplants for unicorns yet, Mr. Fancy Cakes. Did you eat my retainer again? Okay. Have a nibble of cake. Oh, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you were always my favorite. Other one, well, you keep doing you. Mr. Fancy Cakes, can you tell Two Eyes to stop chewing so loudly? Hey, other one, are you sure you deserve to be a unicorn? Your heart just doesn't seem to be in this. Other one, I know we're stuck here, but it doesn't mean you have to make our air quality inhospitable.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns. Just a little oop here, a little elbow grease there, and that's it. Ooh, I'm around. No, I'm not. I show you broken wheel.
What? Huh? How did I get onto this? We are not supposed to be in this part of the story yet.
Where did that river lead to?
That is a story for another day.
Just move this over to the left. Right there a little more and bargain stopper.
spacing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Ugh. Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Here, kitty, kitty. Not a kitty, not a kitty!
No wheels are there. An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps. The town square was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade? Like me, this little tree was new in town and needed some time to grow and find its way. What? Too sappy?
I have nothing to say.
You'll warm up to it.
Hello, can I squeeze by you gents?
No, we are here to guard the town entrance and keep out any riffraff whilst everyone is watching the parade. If we were to leave, rapscallions would run amok in the empty shops.
Back away, boy. We're on the lookout for intruders.
Stop being useless and help us watch for thieves.
Step aside.
Step back.
Step aside.
Step back.
Step aside.
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. Nothing seemed to be brewing here. Against the knickknacks was a little collection tray with a sign asking for tips. I could barely make out the names of these potions. Well, I was up for adventure. I didn't think randomly drinking potions was a good plan. Nothing seemed to be brewing here. I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical sundries were best observed from afar. Bakery, and it smelled delicious. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. The delectable goods look tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach. I didn't see any reason why that stale bread wouldn't work for a wheel. I put the bread back and went looking for a new wheel. Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. Big, round, that should do the trick. I put the seal back and went looking for a new wheel.
And then you scooped up all the weapons, right? Right?
No, Gwendolyn, I didn't. I was looking for a wheel, not a fight. Aha! Something big and round. Hopefully no one would mind if I borrowed this tabletop. I put the table back and went looking for a new wheel. I didn't see any reason why that stale bread wouldn't work for a wheel. I decided to leave some coins for the bread. A shortcut.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
I thought this might do the trick.
Lovely choice, boy. And thank the Yarblesnoose, this bread is beyond stale. Hopefully it didn't pay too much. You have a face that just screams overcharged. I've got just the fix for that, too. But we have important tournament business to tend to, and I think this'll do the trick. Ooh, I'll just need to start locking my unicorns up at night. Mr. Fancy Cakes has a nibbling problem. All right, off we go. Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
No thanks. Not really interested.
Are you sure? They'll charge you double at the tournament. They're not as trustworthy as I am.
Oh, sounds good. I love a deal.
So do I, boy, so do I. If I see one, I'll let you know. Here you are. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time. Mr. Fancy Cakes! Ah, heel! Halt! Abyss! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the hospitality.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup. Don't forget about us working folk, especially when your pockets are full of riches.
The forest is blocked until this situation is under control. The forest is blocked until this situation is under control.